Ever wonder how to close nearly a deal a day in real estate investing? Click the challenge button throughout this video and subscribe to my free 30-day video series, How I Close Thousands of Deals. Hey, Peter Vekselman here. So today I want to talk to you about some famous words that I hear all the time, and that is this: the deal is dead. You know, I hear this from investors all the time, whether they're my coaching clients or sometimes they're acquaintances of mine, and I hear it over, you know, the deal died, the deal died, the deal's dead. And then I'm so used to that word, I always ask a follow-up question. I say, well, why did it die? And there could be a million reasons that I hear why deals died. You know, I needed money, couldn't get the money. You know, the construction needed to be this, it became this. The seller wanted to do this, but we couldn't do that. I was gonna wholesale it, but then my buyer backed out. You know, there's a myriad of answers why deals fall apart. So I wanna talk to you about a specific deal we just closed on here. Not a big deal. It was on Laney Avenue or Laney Street, and only made about exactly $5,000 on it, okay? Again, not a huge, overwhelming deal, but an important deal as it relates to giving up. Before I started talking about this, I made a phone call to Mary, and for those of you that watch my videos know who Mary is. Mary in my company here, her responsibility is to drive the deals forward. You know, she's the coordinator. Every deal we have on the board, that is her responsibility. Close the deals, close the deals, close the deals. And I remember talking to Mary and I just talked to Mary about this deal. And she kind of started going through all the emails that she got on these deals and all the text messages she got on this deal. And she counted almost 25 times where this deal literally could have come to an end. And it was for the exact same reasons. This person wasn't cooperating, that person wasn't cooperating, profit margin went from here, profit margin went to there, and you know, obviously we ended up wholesaling this deal. So the buyer thought, you know, they could spend this for construction, turned out to be that for construction. I think there were even some title issues that we had to find some missing individuals. I mean, it just literally 20 plus some reasons why this deal could have died at any point in time. And we could have gotten that same conversation, the deal's dead. So here's what everybody knows here. Now, does it happen that sometimes deals die? Yes. Every once in a while does happen. But that's like comparing it to title problems. Are there some title problems that are not fixable? Yes. Maybe 1 out of 500, 1 out of 600. But the rest of them, 99.9% of title problems are fixable. I'm going to tell you right now, 99% of the time when people tell me they give up for one single reason. They get to that first major roadblock. They might along the way kind of go over the smaller roadblocks, but they get to what they perceive to be a major roadblock, kind of a deal breaker as we call it, something that they think they cannot overcome, and then they do what so many other individuals do, they just simply give up. So here is my challenge to you. Next time, or maybe you're in the middle of one right now, next time you get to the point where you're feeling like, I cannot get this deal closed, I want you to sit down, I want you to figure out what it's going to take to get this deal closed. And I know sometimes these are the kind of things you're like, well, how can I ever do that? Or how can we ever find that person on title? You know, or how can I get my costs down? Or how can I get the realtor to agree to cut their commission? Or how can I? Even if those reasons are not logical reasons, I want you to write them down. I want you to put them down on a piece of paper. And then one by one, I want you to start to try to solve every one of these, what you believe to be unsolvable issues. Here's my point. When you give up before you try to solve it, it's a dead deal. If you start solving these issues, you will be shocked how many of these issues can actually be solved. See, the reason we do not give up here is after doing 3,000 deals, every single time we get an issue that seems insurmountable, that seems like overwhelming, to us it's almost like a no big deal. Because we can look back in our history and say, been there, done that. Here's what we did. Now, the first time we had to solve it, it was difficult. Sometimes we had to call for help, outside resources to help us solve the problems. And that may come down to you also. Some of the issues you're coming through, you may not yourself be able to solve. You may not yourself even know how to solve. But again, that does not mean you give up, it's a dead deal. All that means is, let's say it's some kind of a title issue. You go to a title examiner to help you solve it. Let's say it's some kind of a money issue. You go to a money people and see how you overcome that. Let's say it's a construction issue. You talk to people that understand construction and see if that's something that could be avoided or the cost could be cut down. So sometimes you yourself do not possess the answer. That does not mean you give up. So if you're at a point right now where you have some deals on the board that they're under the dead file, pull them out, figure out what needs to be done, and then I challenge you, whether you by yourself or you with other people, you solve those issues. You'll be absolutely shocked and flabbergasted how many of these deals that look like to be dead deals can actually be solvable deals. Don't ever, ever give up. Hey, you guys know what we do here. We do a ton of deals, and I have a one-on-one coaching program where I coach people just like you to help become very, very successful real estate investors. So if you're a buyer or you know other buyers literally all over the world that are looking for deals in the Georgia market, specifically concentrated towards Atlanta, you need to be on our buyers list. By now, you'll see my email scrolling across the screen. Send me an email. Just say, add me to the buyers list. And on a daily basis, you're going to get some terrific, both ROI and equity-driven deals emailed right directly to you. The other thing, if you're looking to become a successful investor, whether you're brand new, just getting started, or whether you're doing it already and you're looking to be a bigger, more sophisticated, more savvy investor, I know I could help you do that. Again, you could either send me an email to learn more about my one-on-one coaching program, or better yet, right below this video, coachingbypeter.com. You can go straight there and learn more about how I could help you become very successful in this industry.